Good morning, and welcome to Thursday, May 29th, 2025. It is the last breakfast stream of May
2025.
2025.
On the 29th.
On the yes. It's true. That's essentially five months down. Oh, you have two.
I told you I brought you one. I said there's one for you.
I know. I knew that. But that was a piece of information that was for them, to let them know that there was another one. Hi. I'm awake. Thank you on behalf of the audio listeners. Now, whether they're two of cookies, although soon there will be none. Zero cookies.
How did you eat that in one bite? None cookies is the saddest amount of cookies.
Yeah.
But Chaz, there will be cake tonight.
There will be cake tonight.
I didn't ask any of my friends if they were okay with the flavors of cake I'm making. I know one of the flavors is kind of, polarizing. I know some people really don't like one of them.
Which one is that?
Coconut.
Yeah. Poison. Yeah, I mean, I don't love it. Like, it's fine. In childhood, it was a no.
See,
It was a big no.
I didn't love Almond Joy because I didn't like almonds then. I do now. But Mounds with the dark chocolate, one of my favorite candy bars.
When I was a kid, I didn't like coconut. As an adult, it's fine. Like, it's doable. But when I eat it, my brain is like, eh.
Okay. Well, this cake isn't meant for you, but you do get to have some.
Yeah, I understand that some things are not
For Steven.
for Steven. But that's okay. I will still try it.
I'm making raspberry lamingtons. It's a Australian cake.
Oh, so it's
It is a hot milk.
Limingtons.
It's a hot milk sponge cake covered in a raspberry, I'm gonna say glaze, even though it's mostly like a gelatin sauce, and then covered in coconut. And I'm deciding to fill them with something akin to Twinkie filling, because that's a raspberry zinger, and that's very specific for the person I'm making the cake for.
The person did want a raspberry zinger.
I mean, this person has been sending me multiple cakes for like 2 months now. The other day, I got a Boston cream cupcake sent to me with, like, a shock emoji face. And I'm like, I'm making you a different cake.
Well, that's fine.
When I was born,
I was a shape.
I always was.
I couldn't make a mistake. Like reaching down.
Because I was T-posing.
And everyone looked around town and they said, "Why are you a T?" And I said, "Don't worry, that is just me." Morning song, I'm awake. 5,000 bits from Goldline says, about being born always T-posing. For those who don't know, there's a new game. The game's not out yet, is it? I thought it was just the demo. But maybe the game is out. There's a game called To a T. It came out? Oh my god. Anyway, there's a game called To a T. It is by the creator of Katamari Damacy. So, Katamari Damacy. We love Katamari.
To a T.
Well,
other games.
Puyo Boyo. Nobo Boy. Some Wadum. To a T. I'm skipping over like a few games. Master Link says, I don't think I've seen the trailer. This is one where you should see the trailer. You should find the trailer that's a song and watch it, because it's good. It's somewhat insane, and it entertained me. If there's another trailer where they don't do the song, skip it. Watch the one where it's a song. Because it's a song and the kid is running around and they're a T and they're like, I'm a T, and then like this chorus of people pop out of a bush and they're like, you're perfect the way you are. It's great. Did they make... You're thinking of Piku Niku, although I really like Puku Nuku, but no, that's a different developer. Another thing that I didn't know until I looked it up recently is that only the first two Katamari games were developed by the person who did Katamari. So like the future ones, like I think the third one ended up being like the one for Xbox 360 or whatever. It was not, he was not involved. Although I guess at that point you do understand the, like, conceptually
how to make a Katamari.
It's just like, all right, roll thing up in ball, and it's like, we got it. So that's fair. Mew. We got 30 months from Silver Kates, 23 from Bricklin, 77 from Luna Gazer. Eat this snack. Just do it.
Impress your family with a pile of Tiny Eddie's salty cake fluid.
What is a pile of fluid? We gotta start there.
Is that the cake you're making tonight, Matt? That's why I'm laughing.
So anyway, 1,000 Bits of Melvin Scout says, good morning and good vibes from Florida. Weather's supposed to be nice today, so let's get on with the snack divination. Salty cake fluid.
I'm gonna be so impressed.
Like, generally, a cake is not terribly salty. Unless you were doing something like salted caramel cake, I guess. Which is good. I guess we're all having cake by the ocean tonight. I was just reading an article about how you shouldn't drink seawater. Which you know not to do.
Yeah.
But I was reading an article that talked very specifically about, like, what happens and how quick. And I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Anyway. Wildfire. Oh, now you tell me! Anyway. Shane says, some camels can. Some birds can, too. There's some birds that have evolved to actually, I guess, filter that. But we can't. We cannot do it.
Renee, I cannot watch all of these children. No more beach trips for Chad.
Hey, get the seawater out of your mouth. Oh, just drink it. We got 21 months from Islasan89, 43 from Axusabili, 3 from Aggregated Molecules, 78 from Cosmic Sorrow, 35 from Sacademus, 52 from Cheesa Saves, 24 from Autumnal 96, and then 36 from Etrian Persona. That's a 2 and a 3, respectively. Thank you. This one will be better than the last, right?
For a limited time only. Tiny Eddie's Juicy Water Pastries.
I mean, that's better.
Yeah, better.
No flavor. Just... Is the juice salty cake fluid? Well, they have the Depression era water pie, right?
Yeah, water pie.
You could make a water pastry. I mean, that's not flavorless. Like, they do put, like, sugar in it. Or I think maybe even, like, vanilla. I don't know. I watched a video once of them making...
Is it the quenchiest?
Juicy water pastries. They're the quenchiest. Sounds like a bad cereal mascot slogan.
Doesn't quenchiest sound like a term they'd use in the 90s on some cartoon show?
Yeah. Which is why it's somewhat akin to a cereal mascot.
Oh, it is Avatar? That's why. Something was poking at my brain, like, cartoon, some character, swear, like, someone said that. Rocket power? No, not rocket power.
I tell you, man, all these shoobies, they're the quenchiest. This is the entire show, by the way. If anyone's never seen the show, they just do this, like, every 2 seconds, and then say shoobies. That's the show. I always felt very close to Rocket Power because it was about a tourist town in the summer, and that was where I grew up.
Except in the few episodes they went snowboarding.
That didn't count. But it always kind of felt like Myrtle Beach to me. I was like, oh, this is neat. Anyway, 1050 from Nisa says, so how old were you when the bad cholesterol gene you got finally activated? And does Eddie have any snacks that won't make my cholesterol angrier? When did my bad cholesterol gene activate? It was actually a while ago.
It was a while ago.
Because we had some doctors noting it for a long time.
We probably lived in Blue Wall House.
Yeah, so it's probably been... I was probably in my mid-20s. Maybe early 20s. And, like... It might have been earlier, but the big thing about it was that when I had, like, blood work done, the doctors would be like, yeah, you have, like, the familial cholesterol gene. It's not anything you need to worry about till you're in your 40s. And I was like, okay. And then it wasn't until I moved here that...
Well, you saw a cardiologist for a different reason.
Yeah.
And he was like, you need to go on meds.
Yeah. I was at the cardiologist for an unrelated thing, and he had my blood work, and he was like, why aren't you on Crestor? And I was like, because my entire life I've went to the doctor, and they've been like, oh, worry about it in your 40s. And he's like, here's the thing. He's like, are you far more likely to have, like, a heart attack or something like that in your 40s? Yes. He's like, but can you have one in your 30s? He's like, yes. He's like, why would you wait?
And your cholesterol's been really good ever since you started that.
And I was like, I don't know, because the doctors were like, whatever. And he's like, you should take it. In fact, he said, you're only a few points away from me like
telling you need to be
like
on it.
forcing you that
Yeah.
you really have to take this. And I was like, okay. So then I took it. And it was pretty nice. Because Crestor is cheap, or the generic of it is very cheap. And I've had no side effects ever from it. And within the span of, like a month or two, my cholesterol was in a perfectly
Normal
healthy range. Yeah. I do recall when we still lived in Myrtle Beach, there was one doctor who was concerned. And she was like, you need to, but she didn't recommend medication. She was like, you need to like,
You did change your diet for a while.
she was
and
like,
that
you need
helped
to,
a little.
she was like, you need to get your cholesterol under control. So there was a period of time, and it's probably documented in the vlogs, where for like 6 months, I like really was like, Jesus, okay, I'll try. And I tried very hard. And then when they reran the blood, it was better, but not by a lot. And I was like, But that's whenever I had seen a different doctor, and she was like, you don't need to worry about this till you're in your 40s. Anyway, just remember that you can have health issues at any age. And if you have a number that's like, this number bad, even though it's unlikely that you might have a specific problem due to your age, it's not impossible. So it's something to consider. Because the familial cholesterol thing it's not like super, super common, but like it's not rare. So I'm sure there's multiple other people watching the stream now that also have to deal with that. So, yeah.
I have an allergy shot today. No, they go further back. Like here.
You get 2, right?
I get one in each arm?
Well, we wouldn't want one arm to be allergic. Because then your one arm would fall off. Yeah, how much longer of that do you have?
I'm halfway through the yellow vial.
That tells us nothing.
I probably have another 4 or 5 weeks of yellow vial. And then I move on to red vial, where I'm going to be on that for probably a month or 2. And then I can finally go to once a month shots. And I don't know how long I'm on once a month shots.
And Neil says, why would you perform preventative care when you can have a heart attack and then deal with the issue? Sorry, I'm just thinking of my one extended family member.
Yeah.
He's like, them doctors, they told me I needed to change my diet, and I said, I ain't changing my diet. You'll never guess what happened next. Never in a million years would you be able to figure out what happened next. He is still alive. But as it turns out, when the doctors are like, this is extremely bad and you're going to have a heart attack. And you're like, no, I won't. You might. I will say, one of the coolest things we have in terms of like science today is the fact that they can take a little of your blood out and put it into a computer and be like, this is bad. That's amazing. That's incredible. Like, there's still a bunch of stuff that we don't know, and we'll like hopefully figure out in the next like
Hopefully soon.
few decades. But the fact that you can put blood in a computer and it knows stuff, that's amazing. Jeff, someone else says, that's what my job is. It's so cool. It's so cool. Because there's so many things we can figure out from that. Like, it's not everything, but having blood work done, like, at least probably, like, annually is very, very good. Because then they'll know things. Chess says, please note, it does have to be a specific computer. Don't bleed on your Alienware.
And DL says, the computer develops a taste for blood.
Come on! Come on! I got a blue screen, so I think my blood's bad. Not sure. Not sure what to do. Anyway, this is a little thing because I recommend everyone try and get blood work done at least. I think
You get yours done twice a year because of the cholesterol.
Yeah, I do twice a year, but
I do once a year.
But most everyone should do at least like once a year, because it's extremely helpful because you may be able to learn about something early, and that's just good to know. Anyway, that's my take care of yourselves medical spiel for today. We got 81 months from Danny X6, 34 from DTran365. Here's another snack to put in your mouth.
Add excitement to your morning routine with Tiny Eddie's oatmeal wrapped banana on a stick.
You could make that work though.
Yeah, people put bananas in their oatmeal anyway. Mm-hmm. So
you could make the oatmeal slightly more cookie-like.
Yeah, it would have to be kind of like a crust. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, Eddie, it's like 1 in 20, but every once in a while Eddie makes something that sounds delectable. Mr. Maldo says, Eddie is really obsessed with liquids today. Can I have something more solid? You even got a stick.
Yeah.
There's nothing more solid than a stick. That's not true. That's not... I guess that's not true.
Ain't nothing more solid than a stick.
That's a good expression though. That sounds like something on Rocket Power. Watch out, Ollie! Ain't nothing more solid than a stick. Is Ollie one of the guys? I think Ollie's one of the guys. Wait, or is that just what they do? Otto. I'm thinking of Otto. Ollie would have been a really good name for
one of them. I need to go back to bed.
They could have just named them all after skateboard tricks. Ollie. I guess Kickflip.
Hey, Kickflip.
I mean, Kickflip's a good, like, nickname. Tony Hawk. We named our son Tony Hawk. His brother, Ollie. 44 months from Galactic Remix, 66 from DC Racer, 59 from Nunshoes, 300 bits from DC Racer says, as a Florida Panthers fan, I want to apologize to Mao for the Canes loss.
Thank you in my time of grief.
On to the Stanley Cup we go. Yeah, Mao's kept me updated on that. And last night was like, we lost, and I was like,
when I knew
sad.
Last night's game was happening, I looked at tickets, and I found some really good seats for like only $200, 4 rows back from the glass. Sorry, did I say 400? It was 400 for both. And I was
you said like, 200.
Okay, that's...
Which is the same thing as you just said.
Yeah, and I was like... Oh. But I didn't go, obviously.
It's also... Yeah, only 200.
It was really good for playoff seats that close to the glass.
I mean, I'm not a sports person, but in my brain, I'm like, a sports ticket should be $35.
I mean, if you want to sit in the nosebleeds during a regular season game of the Canes, that's how much that would be.
Like, I can bring a binoculars. Okay, Grandpa. I could get... You know what I could do? Spend $35, and then instead of...
Offset my ticket...
You would actually be on the ice. No, yeah, I don't know what they're called. Maybe they're just called theater glasses. Where they have the little binoculars, but on a stick. As a reminder, stick, the most solid thing you can get. $35 wouldn't get you through the snack bar.
I think parking at the Lenovo Center is like $30 or $40.
It's disgusting.
It is disgusting.
It is disgusting. That is why, on the times where...
I go, you drop me off.
Yeah, like whenever company is coming to town and... Like
when Nikki came up recently.
Yeah, Nikki came up to go to a hockey game, and you guys went. Like, I drop you off because $40 to park? No.
Yeah, no.
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 Insane.
Yeah, it's not PNC anymore. It's Lenovo Center.
Lenovo. Anyway. Yeah, I've been to some sports games.
A couple. I would really love to go to a Packers game at Lambeau one day. Because I've never gotten to go despite growing up like 20 minutes from Lambeau Field. And they just released the Packers schedule for the year. And the Packers are playing the Eagles at Lambeau. But I'm not able to go. And I was offered tickets. Not for free. It was very sad. Because I have family with season tickets, and they were like, if anyone wants any, just ask. You'll pay regular price and not like an upcharge. And I was like, when is that game? Dang it.
I'm sorry.
I wanted to go with Noah. Would have been so great.
Sorry. I'm sorry for your loss.
I know. Another time.
So regular price is like
I don't know what they would
$35.
be. Probably not. I don't know where the family season tickets are.
I want everyone to know that, was it last night? 2 nights ago. When was Austin here?
Tuesday night.
Okay, 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago, I ate dinner. There's more to
Wow.
it. There's more to it. There's more to it. There's more to it. There's more to it. I ate dinner at the restaurant for $7.45.
And it wasn't even Costco.
It wasn't Costco. It was a good meal. And I know listen, in this economy, we were trying to decide what to do because Austin was here, and we were like, let's get Mexican. We're like, okay. And guess what? It was a Tuesday, so we went to a Mexican restaurant, and as we're walking in, there's a little placard up, and it's like, it's Taco Tuesday. And tacos are $1.49. And like, so I'm me. So I'm immediately interested. But also, it's like, well, who knows what these tacos could be like, right? Because we don't know. They could be super small. They could be, like, authentic Mexican.
Like street tacos.
Like street tacos. Yeah. It's hard to say. Turns out, so I ordered 5 of these things. And they were normal sized tacos. So I got like 3 beef and 2 chicken soft tacos. And they were normal
Taco Bell sized tacos.
They were full. They were heavy. When they brought them out, because I didn't know what to expect. When they brought them out, I was like, oh my God. I'm eating for $7.45.
Weren't margaritas $7?
Margaritas were $7.
Yeah.
I don't drink margaritas. So my entire meal with my water was $7.45. It was great. So were mistakes made with your tummy later? No. Everything was great. You back up. I guess you know where you're going every Tuesday night for the rest of your lives. I did discuss this. I was trying to put together like a thing. I was like, I want to.
All right, on Mondays we will go here. Tuesdays will be Taco Tuesdays.
I do want to figure out
a whole schedule. A
schedule. Not that I want to eat out every night, but that if I want to eat out, depending on the day it is, I can be like, this is only going to be $8. Like that's amazing. And it's a sit down place, so like you're going to tip.
Yeah.
But still, it's so offset by the fact that it's too cheap. This is grandpa coded, it's true.
Chaz ordered 5 tacos and got 6.
Yeah. I don't know what that was about. I don't know if Chaz got charged for 5 or 6, but they definitely gave him 6. That's fine. If I went back, I think I would get maybe just all beef. I thought the beef was better than the chicken. The chicken was good, but it needed some sort of sauce on it. Anyway, man, I'm so excited about that. Like I will go back there. It will happen. It's just it's really good. All right, what was I doing? 20 months from Rays of Sunshine. 4 months from Cephazon, 70 from Bardic Puppy, 34 from JF Samela 1, 43 from Casper the Hylian Wolf, 24 months from Simple Recordings, that's a 2, and 78 months from Arian 661. Thank you all. We were doing the skateboard. Listen, I know about the skateboard. We'll do it in like 20 minutes. But I didn't forget. I did forget, but Vagabond reminded me. It's fine. There's still so many places to try in Raleigh. Yeah. But man, I am highly incentivized to find places that are actually very good and inexpensive.
Costco.
I mean, yeah. Costco is almost not worth it, though. If you have to go to Costco, sure. So. Oh, Chaz says the Discord got spoilers on the skateboard situation, so we probably shouldn't do a prediction. Oh. Insider trading. Okay. Come on, Chaz, I need my points. Okay, well, I don't even know. So it's gonna be for me. Chaz, please, ruining fun. All of the Discord people are like, we were gonna get free points, Chaz. Amazing. Amazing. We're just gonna have to do a different prediction. People are so excited for a prediction. We're gonna have to do a different prediction. I don't know what. I gotta figure it out. I have to figure it out in the next 20 minutes. Prediction. Will Discord cheat at the prediction? Renee, crime does pay, you guys. Oh, man. I'm so amused at how many people are mad at Chaz. Like, Chaz, we're about to get all these points. We need these points. Woo. I meant to say crime doesn't pay. I'm so tired. I'm good. I cleaned up all the stuff. I had pulled out a copy. For anyone that wasn't at my last Guardian stream.
Last Guardian.
It's the last Guardian stream yesterday. First off, game was fun. Game ended on a really high note. As far as I'm like, it was. A lot of the game felt very samey in terms of like
difficulty or
like tone or something.
Okay.
And then at the end, I thought it was even better than before. I was like, oh, okay, that was a cool way of ending it. Anyway, but at the end of that stream, I announced that the next game that I'll be playing on Wednesdays is Metroid Prime Remastered.
I didn't even know what you were playing, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm playing Metroid Prime.
Ouch.
And I had brought it out and put it on the counter.
Mm-hmm. Table?
Whatever. And everyone was like, should you do that? You sure you should put that there? When Haley's going to be here Friday? Because I don't have my copy back.
No, yeah, she still has it. You have Thomas's copy.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I could probably send her a message today and be like, hey, I'm playing Metroid next week. Can I have my game back? And she'd probably be like, no. No, you can't. Tape it to the ceiling. What's wrong, Haley?
You could change the light bulbs in that light. The one that's on the stairs.
I can touch the ceiling in here.
Yeah, in here.
Because the ceilings are only... I don't know how tall this is. 8 feet?
Yeah.
7?
They're like 9 downstairs.
Yeah, I can't touch the ceilings downstairs, but I can touch the ceilings upstairs. Because I can change the air filters without any sort of like... What do they call it when you step?
A ladder?
Yeah, but a tiny.
A step ladder?
That's it. Couldn't Haley get Alex to help? He won't be here. She will be incapable. The other thing I could do is just put it anywhere else. Just
There's a
I
lot
don't
of
think
places
she
to
would
hide
take
things.
it. I don't think she would take it. She's not incentivized to take it. She has one of her own. Yeah. Mine.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. What is Friday stream? More Super Mario RPG. The last time we played it was August. So we gotta get to it. We might beat it this year. No, we won't. There's probably 4 more streams. There's not 4 Fridays. I think you'll be gone.
I can think of a few though.
Yeah. It'll probably
Maybe.
be next.
I'd have to look at a calendar.
It'll probably be next year that we'll finally finish it. And we started it in 2023. So.
Mel, are you going bye-bye?
Does she have an outfit? I don't know.
She might.
She might. I know that it's something that she likes to do. But I also know that she's been busy.
Yeah.
So I don't want to like.
She was venting to me about work last week, so.
Yeah, I don't want to put that on her.
Yeah.
But it would be fun if she did. She might just have like a hat. We actually have the Mario hat that we swap depending on
Yeah.
which one of us is playing.
You could put the Mario hat on.
I mean, we usually do.
Oh, you do? I didn't know you did that for that.
Yeah. Just to illustrate who is the Mario.
Who is Mario?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, we don't swap as often.
Yeah.
Like when we're playing Odyssey, me and you change.
It's very fast.
It's all the time.
It can be very fast.
But Haley and I only swap maybe like
Yeah.
2 or 3 times throughout the entire stream, and it's vibes based. It's like, all right, I did a narrative beat. Now you do a narrative beat. So, yeah, sometimes seconds. Sometimes second. We traded.
There was a moon I got in 1 second.
There's 2 actually.
Oh,
I
there's
think.
2?
Because you got the jump rope one also.
Yeah, that one was also like a second.
So.
As you know, I am great at jump rope in Mario Odyssey.
Sage says, do you recall the voices you did? Only one. There's
Only
only
Bowser?
Oh, Bowser. I was going to say Gino. The only one that matters is Gino. Gino's voice is the most important because he is Christopher Walken. That's the most important one. And that one I remember. Sometimes I like can immediately do the voice, and then other times it takes me like 5 minutes before my brain's like, that's how you do it. I came from the stars. It was actually just a doll.
Thank you.
Gino Beam. Anyway. Chaz! Alright, buddy. Let's get this skateboard. It's a skateboard.
I mean, it's
I almost just broke it
kind
now.
of a snowboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't have wheels.
Yeah.
Told you I was prepared. So the Discord knows. I don't know.
I didn't see whatever it was on Discord. That was a great purchase.
This?
A screwdriver? God, I love that screwdriver.
We didn't buy it. You remember how we got it?
Yeah, I do. But it's fine.
We ordered
It's a
something.
ratchet thing.
We ordered something from a company, and we ordered enough of something where they're like, "You get a free gift."
And this is what we got.
And all the I don't even remember the company, but like all of the gifts were bad.
Yeah.
It was like
So this is what we got. And like it's interchangeable. And
it was the best
all
gift.
of them. Yeah, it's a great gift.
So
The company was not Milwaukee that we ordered from.
yeah.
A poll has begun. Will the skateboard work?
So now the prediction by the poll.
You gotta wait now.
The poll has ended. The winner is no.
There are no batteries in it. We could put batteries in it.
Rerun the poll.
Well, we could put batteries in it and press the button. It wouldn't tell us if it's fully functional, but if a light comes on, it'll at least tell us that this
Okay.
is receiving power.
Grab the battery, Daddy.
I will tell you that there is no corrosion in here at all. And that's...
Great. There's scratches on it.
It is a toy skateboard that you use on the ground.
Yeah. You want to grab the battery, Daddy?
Where my battery daddy at?
I just put the battery, Daddy, away.
He's right there.
Yes, because I put all of the extra coin batteries for my bike in it. I thought about putting them with the bike stuff, but I figured it would be better to put it with the batteries.
Come to me, battery father. Look at this daddy. Look how many children. How many times have controllers died in the middle of a stream? It hasn't been super often. Is that 4?
Yeah.
Oh! Lights! Alright, take it out.
No, leave them in. Leave them in till Extra Life.
Then we'll be like, why is it corroded? What happened? One of the biggest things is...
You want to give me the case? The cover? Yeah.
Yeah. One of the biggest things is just remembering...
I can work a screwdriver, thank you.
I was like, which way? Sorry, I can work a screwdriver, thank you. Counterclockwise. I I was watching it spin, and I'm thinking...
There's an arrow on it, so I wasn't even thinking. And even though it says the word open next to the arrow, I was like, arrow. You know what also has thrown me for...
you can use a screwdriver.
You know what also has thrown me for a loop lately?
What's that?
On bikes, different sides of the bike are threaded differently because of, like, pedaling motion. Ow!
Sorry. I'm gonna put the skateboard mama away.
So, like, the drive side of the bike is normal, but then the non-drive side of the bike is opposite or something. So I always forget which is which. And so, like, the saying in the cycling community, let me think of it, is righty-tighty, lefty-dead. So you can remember which way the pedals come off on each side of the bike.
I put the thing away so it would be away. And it wouldn't sit on the floor for the rest of my life.
Good, thank you. Appreciate that.
Which sometimes that's what happens. I'm like, look, this thing. It looks pretty good in here.
It does.
Now.
I did, like, dust, but I can see, like, the 2 spots I forgot. The top of that thing, and then right in front of the switch.
Right in front of the switch.
Yeah.
Did you end up dusting the handle?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Mal dusted in here, and then we had sat down, and the handle of the tripod, the tripod's actually backwards, so the handle's facing us. It's just solid dust, and Mal's like, no, I forgot that one. It's like, it's fine. In fairness, the stuff in this room it just stays, and nothing moves.
Yeah.
Which is great. Oh, it's so great. It's so good. I really... Moving things around made me so sad. Thurinder from Shy says, you can tell the people who work with tools are the ones who can immediately identify the brand based on the color alone. Milwaukee Red, Makita Blue, DeWalt Yellow, and Ryobi Green. Is this the first, like, brand name tool that we have?
We got the drill before we got that, and the drill is also Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I guess now we're a Milwaukee household. Because now we have 2 things.
I have no allegiance to tool company. I imagine all the tool companies are good. Good enough. Vagabond. They aren't. We have a drill. It's magic. The reason I say that it's magic is because having not charged it, I think ever, literally ever, we'll pick it up and it'll be like, I still work. And it'll be like, cool, we bought you like 7 years ago. Richard Ashby, be honest, I'm surprised we've made it this far into the stream without any FX2 conversation. Now had to hear all about that last night. I was getting in bed and I was like...
Mal.
I actually didn't say anything to you. I just watched some videos because I was like, oh, this thing came out. So I watched a few things about it and I was like, all right, I'm educated. I'm good. It's a somewhat weird product. I still would not advise people to... I'd advise people to get the FX30 over the FX2. Save yourself a lot of money. Okay.
I have a painting ending tomorrow.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. The orchid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is that tomorrow?
Saturday.
Saturday.
I thought it was Friday for some reason.
Saturday. Yeah. So the watercolor ends Saturday. Tomorrow is Friday. Good to know. And then...
I am not painting in the morning.
That's the other thing. Is that Mal will not be painting tomorrow. There will be no stream
In the morning.
in the morning. First time in a while.
Yeah.
Because normally I take over for you.
Yeah.
But I also will be busy. Back on. It's because you hate us, isn't it?
Never.
Yeah. Both Mel and I will be away from...
We have guests coming into town this evening, and,
Yeah, I double rolled. Neat.
we will be entertaining them tomorrow.
Yeah, we won't have any... we won't be near the home.
Yes.
And the home is where the streams occur. So... But that's fine. But tomorrow night, there will be a stream. Me and Haley will cover more Super Mario RPG. The Player's Guide hasn't moved since August. It is still on the coffee table. Just ready.
Ready.
Ready for when we need it. So... I'm realizing that with this current plan, that book will sit there until 2026.
Yeah.
The home is where the streams occur. There's a new spin on home is where the heart is.
Well, there's some Friday bike rides that my friends do that I might join in for at some point, so maybe I could take another Friday off. Somewhere in the year.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at some point, me and Haley will finish Mario RPG.
Yeah.
And then I'll be lost. I have no idea what to do. To come up with something new.
Yeah.
Currently, someone asked if the book was stuck to the table. It's not. It's currently sitting on top of the PS4. And we never even used the PS4.
We almost did for something.
I had pulled it out to potentially play Shadow of the Colossus or Last Guardian or something on it.
Yeah.
And then I realized I could play it on the PS5 and it would run better. But I never put the PS4 away, so it's still sitting here. So there's a PS2, a PS4, and a PS5.
245.
They all walk into a bar. And I'm not clever enough to come up with a
That's okay.
PlayStation-related punchline here. I actually don't have a PS1.
We don't?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I do not have a PS1. I think at some point we had one.
What would we have done with it? Isn't that one up there?
Do you think that I know what systems are in this home?
Yeah. What's above the Xbox? The light gray above the Xbox.
That's one of the analogs.
Ah.
Yeah. That is about the size of a PS1, though.
I know, that's what I was wondering. And it's the color.
Aggregated molecule says, but how can you play Twisted Metal? Because we have the PS2. Because the PS2 will play PS1 games.
Yeah.
PS3 will also play PS1 games. So we have ways to play PlayStation 1 games, which I think is the reason we don't have a PlayStation 1. I also never owned one as a kid.
Me neither.
But I'm pretty sure that we had one at some point. But we don't have it anymore. So.
Oh, it's the PlayStation Classic. That's what that is.
I think the PlayStation Classic is in
A box?
a box.
Oh.
You're looking at the gray thing, right?
Yeah, right above the Xbox, to the left of the Dreamcast.
Yeah, that's the Super Nintendo analog.
It is?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because it's the same color as a Super Nintendo, which is gray. Yeah, that's what's up there. Yeah, there's it'd be kind of neat to have a PlayStation 1, but it's just not necessary.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm not bothering with it. One thing that I don't have, which is kind of bad, but I could maybe fix, is my original Xbox. The disk drive doesn't open anymore.
Renee, well, I'm sure you know a guy.
It's true. Is this...
It is.
Why it don't have transparency?
Yeah, why doesn't that emote have transparency?
Rolling.
This one right here.
Rolling. You can just send that to me and be like, make this transparent, and like I can do it in like a second. Phones can do it too. Maybe he'll ask. Better yet, add a checkerboard background. Just a flashing array of colors that never stop. We had 30 months from Zarmak821. Thank you. Okay, that's all of the things, I think.
Those are all of the things?
That's all the things. I'm excited about Mario RPG tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. I'm sure Haley knows. But I might send her a reminder.
You should. Unless you want me to.
You can. Just be like...
You still good for tomorrow?
You still good for tomorrow?
Yeah.
As opposed to her being like, wait, what? What's tomorrow? Should be fine. Otherwise, I know there is a highlights out today on Stephen Plays for a stream that happened a while. It might have been last year. I don't remember.
Which one?
Super Mario Land 2. Danica, the highlights of Super Mario Land 2. So, that'll be out today. And then a new episode of Pico Park on Saturday.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. So, a few things that you can watch with your eyes. Which we love that. We love that when that happens. And that's it. I don't think I got anything else. So, my mouse is gone. There it is. Thanks everyone for being here. Have a good Thursday. And Mal will not see you in the morning. But I will see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern for the continuation after 9 months of Super Mario RPG. See you then.